We're here at Edward Little High School in Auburn. I'm Kalle Oakes with sunjournal.com, SJ Varsity, with our high school football preview. And as you can see behind us, the Red Eddies getting ready for their 2011 season. And last year, maybe a little slow out of the gates, and they became the second half team, both in games and in the season as things went along. Put a real winning streak together down the stretch. Convincing win over Lewiston to solidify their playoff position, and played well against Bangor, albeit in a first-round loss. Playoffs have changed a little bit this year. Only 4 teams make it from the Pine Tree Conference instead of 8. And the league is down to 10 teams, so it's a round-robin schedule. So every game takes on some added importance. Some EL with some tough games early. We talked to Coach Dave Sterling and quarterback Josh DeLong about how their prospects are for handling that. Here at Edward Little High School with Coach Dave Sterling. And Coach, last year the team, very strong second half of the season. As it went along, it seemed like you guys made a lot of progress. Talk about the importance of getting off to a good start this year with the change in the playoff format especially.
Yeah, last year we had to really figure out our offense as we got started and how we could make the players fit within the offensive scheme. Defensively, we were keeping ourselves in games, and as the season progressed, we got better defensively, and our offense really picked up the game. This year we've had a lot of good work in the off-season through 7-on-7s, through lineman workouts, and in the weight room, and we think we're in pretty good shape heading into the season to kick it off this year.
Some pretty big linemen up front for you guys.
Yes, we've got 2 tackles that are 245. We've got Alex Sterling and Mitch LaChapelle, both juniors. We've got a senior center, Aaron Crenshaw, who's 315 and 6'3", and we've got 2 guards that are both 210, Tony Wysocki and Garrett Handel.
And you've, as the schedule works out, you've got some big games early that I'm sure.
Yep, kick right off with Lawrence. Then we play Coney, Bangor, and then Brunswick. So we'll know where we stand immediately within the season.
And we're here at Edward Little High School with quarterback Josh DeLong. And Josh, tell us about the preseason, how it's going, how the team's shaping up so far.
So far, it's gone pretty good. We had our maroon white game, which is an inter-squad game where we break up into 2 teams, and that went pretty well. Got some good learning in, and then last night we scrimmaged Westbrook, and that went pretty well. That went pretty good as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a learning year for a lot of people, but I think we'll do good.
Coach talked a lot about last year. You guys had a really strong second half of the season. You had some of the younger guys pushing some of the older guys and for playing time. How much does that help coming into this year? You had some guys that got on the field last year and know the system now.
It definitely helps a lot because you have the underclassmen that can also step up because they know what they're doing, because we had to step up as underclassmen last year. So we have our senior group that knows, got some varsity time last year, so they know how that feels. And you also have the underclassmen that had to step up last year as well.
Second year as a starting quarterback, how much more comfortable are you coming into this season, knowing everything?
It's definitely not a learning curve anymore. It's definitely no new feeling. So you step on the field knowing what you got to do and knowing that you got to be that leader in the offense. So.
EL, as we mentioned, their schedule a little bit earlier. They play Lawrence and Bangor both in the first half of the season. Now, with the round-robin schedule being the way it is, no Crabtree points. It's all top 4 teams. And how you do in those head-to-head battles? EL really needs to get 2 or 3 of those first 4 games to put themselves in position. But they're well equipped to do that. A little bit different this year. Coach Sterling came in the short term a year ago, only a couple weeks before the season this year. They've played a full 7-on-7 schedule together. Everybody's very comfortable, very familiar with the system. A little bit of a change. EL will go with a little bit more of a backfield by committee look, although with Darnell Hairston in the backfield, they certainly have that explosive person back there again. They also have a big offensive line, as Coach Sterling alluded to, a 315-pound center and 245-pounders bookends. They can run the ball. They should have pretty good pass protection for Josh DeLong, and as the season goes along, that offense should start to click. The key is defense. Some injuries early in the season. Eddies will need some kids to step up for some of their more experienced guys in order to hang in there in the PTC. I'm Kalle Oakes for sunjournal.com and SJ Varsity. We will see you on the sidelines.